Hi guys, Colin from Battle Systems here, and I have been reluctantly dragged to the table in order to give you an update on what we're working on, some upcoming projects, and actually about something called Project Penguin, which I'm just going to mention and tell you very little about, but hopefully that information will be enough to satisfy the curious minds about some things to do with core space. So stay tuned for that for sure. Okay, so first of all, what we're working on now. Well, last time I was released from the desk to speak to you guys, I was able to just show you a white copy of something, which was this thing here, to do with the new terrain. So I don't know how much of this I showed you, but this is a new set of terrain that requires no clips whatsoever, which is really, really cool. And I may or may not have showed you before that just like all of our terrain, you can have access to all the different levels here and here. And things like furniture and things are kind of like clamped in place as well, which is really, really cool. So this is still being worked on at the moment. And I'm going to show you another example of this so that we can just show you that we're actually making progress other than showing the same thing twice. So I'm going to pop these down on the floor here, super carefully. Okay, so here's another little prototype of a really rather cool little house here. Again, this has got no, there's no clips in this at all. Yeah, I'm really loving this. One of my favorite buildings, in fact. So just to show you, we've got a cool little roof here that comes off, and this has got all this awesome kind of internal structure to this, which holds this in place really, really nicely. And there's no sliding about on the top here because of how we've done the chimneys and stuff. So the roof, when you put the roof on, the roof just goes straight on and fits exactly in place. Really happy with that. And then inside, not much going on in this prototype inside, but you'll see here that you've got a complete upstairs area here. We're probably going to put some photos and some overlays so you can see these a little bit better. And then, whoops, you can take this off here, and we've got a whole area in here and all the floors are connected directly in, and there's like a little 2-level floor thing here going on, and yeah, really happy with this. So to show you the progress, what I've actually got is I've got a little let's pop this back on here, boom, 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 over here. Let's put this out of reach, fall over there, that's it. So here's one that we've managed to put together. This has got its basic textures on it. We've still got a few little adjustments that we need to make on here, and we're going to lower this window a little bit to better utilize that space, etc. But really happy at the moment with how this has come out. So again, we've got the roof here, which is really nice with all its new textures inside, and we've got another little mini roof here, and then inside here we've got a little kind of rail in here and a gap so that people can wander up and down. In the previous fantasy, or the current fantasy houses that we've got like these little ladders that go in now, and with like little trapdoors. Now this is just built directly into the design of the house, as it were. Take this top level off, and you'll be able to see in here we've got this really cool little staircase piece here with some like an open fireplace around this side and a little bookcase. All this is built as part of the structure, so as you slot this house together, as it were, it's the furniture kind of just happens inside because we've kind of built it all together. Happens inside. There you go. Awesome English. So yeah, so really, really happy with these buildings and how they're working out. And yeah, I'm kind of super psyched about getting this product range out. These buildings take a little bit more time to design than the normal sort of more modular buildings that are based on, because it's a whole new template, etc. So it's taken us a little bit of time, but I cannot wait to get these houses out there. So hopefully that's a little bit of a catch up on you know, the current things we're working on. As part of that, we've also got, I'm going to put this one down a bit more gently because it's a further along prototype. We've also got, I probably showed you before, some pictures of the various characters that we're doing for the expansion of Maladum. All of this over here is compatible with Maladum, but you can obviously use it with D&D and everything else as well. So that's really good. And so we're still working on that Maladum. I showed you some pictures before, so maybe next time I do an update, I'll show you some of the finished artwork that we've got for those particular characters. That's really cool. Very excited about that. Also, as part of that, I don't know if we mentioned, but we've got some mounts which we're working on as well, the kind of horses of the Maladum world. So that's interesting. We've got, I think, 3 different types of mounts that we've got, which are going to be coming as part of the expansion as well. Much needed for the much more open areas. So that's really, really good. Those are what we're working on now, and those are kind of the upcoming products which are kind of, you know, going to be with us, you know, when we're done. However, we have of course got the Maladum range of things that we've actually completed. So I'm going to just run you through a couple of the new releases that are coming. This is probably where I need Tom, because I can't remember when these things are being released. Is this going to be March, Tom? This is now. See, I don't know what's going on. So this one's now. This is the Crypts and Caverns Dungeon Upgrade Pack. This is really, really good. It's got a whole bunch. This is right in the shop right now. You should just go and have a look at this on the website. This is really awesome. It's got a whole big bunch of terrain. Maybe I mentioned it in the last video, maybe I didn't, I can't remember. And this really gives you a lot of extra items if you've got your normal kind of dungeon that we do. There's these huge sort of like fireplace pieces, whole new floor levels, so you can almost build it into like an old ruined keep. That's really good. There's tapestries in there, there's like a vault in there, and like prison bits and pieces. Loads and loads and loads and loads of things in this box. 211 pieces of Battle Systems goodness here. So that's something you can just go and get some nice shiny pictures and see what that looks like online. Okay, what's coming? Something's coming in March, isn't it? Is it these, or are these out as well? Right, these are March as well, but you said those. Everything coming now is March, right? Everything coming in my hands now is March. So, February. Is it coming in March? It's coming in February. So this really cool stuff that's coming in February. First of all, we've got a must-have if you're going to do some bigger, you know, more players into your Maladum, as it were. And this is an extra pack of all your adversaries. So this really is extra lamenters and the hell fonts and the myriad. It really will up the tension in the dungeon for sure, and with that you get some new event cards which bring these in and give it a little bit more power as well. So you're going to get 5 event cards in this pack and a whole bunch of extra minions for your dungeon. Okay, so these are the same ones that you've already got in the Maladum. Okay, it's just extra of those if you really want to be swamped and have that like awesome kind of dungeon effect. This is really good. It's kind of a must-have really if you want to, you know, especially if you're going to put like a double like battle setup, so you've got more saturation of enemies. That's really cool. We have also got the awesome Maladum hardback rulebook. There you go. This is really, really cool. What this does, this takes all of, if you've got the expansions of things like wow, Tom, what are they called? The Crypts. The Crypts, no, not the... Of Alan Adventure. Alan Adventure's out, right? Yes. Okay, so we've got Alan Adventure, that's out. But what are the ones that are really mini heavy with lots of terrain and stuff? We've got Oblivion's More, that's great. This is the one with the huge tentacle beast in the middle. And as you hack away at its limbs, you literally remove the tentacles. And that kind of is how you're measuring its health as well. That's a nasty beast in sure. And then we've got, what's the one with the big whirly guy with the stuff floating around? Forbidden's Creed, thank you. Forbidden Creed? Yeah. Forbidden? What did you say? The flappy mummy guy that I spent ages designing. Oh, yes. The Ascendant, yeah. That is Forbidden Creed. So Forbidden Creed is coming as well. That's really, really cool. That's a tough one. That's a tough one to play against as well. But I really love it. There's loads of dark magic and stuff like that. If you've got all of those expansions, obviously all the rules and everything are in those expansions, but what this book does really brilliantly is it just piles it all together into this one place. So you've got this awesome place where you can just have all of that in one book. In addition to that though, In addition to that, you've got all the awesome lore and much more character art and everything in here as well. So you get that full lore, especially at the back. There's like pages and pages and pages of the lore, which is good. And as before, it's all fully indexed, and now all of the different skills from the different expansions are all in one place as well. So it is kind of the one book to rule them all. Amazing photography, and you've got all of the beautiful art for all of the different characters as well in here. Here's the big what do we call the tentacle beast now? The what? Corruptor, that was right, yeah. See, I don't know the names of these things because what I do is after I've designed them, I just give them a name like the tentacle beast, and the names are added near the end, and by that time I'm already working on 2 projects in ahead. Oh look, here's the Ascendant. This is such an awesome character. It's unreal, and the miniature is amazing. Okay, so there's loads of lore at the back of this as well. This is also coming in February. Excellent, so there you go, February. Everything you said was February, right? This was, you've got it written out for me in time, and I'm just speaking to you. Okay, so then we've got Beyond the Vaults. This is really, really good. This is great if you, this will kind of support you up to kind of 6 players as far as like content's concerned. And again, if that rulebook's got all the stuff in it for like the expansions and stuff like this, will help you if you've got for our terrain, like if you've got the sewers and you've got the Great Hall and you've got the mines, etc. I'm getting those names wrong. It's the Great Hall of Kaza, blah blah. What's it called? Nah. Karastad. Mr. Law sitting over in the corner with his new reading glasses on. Okay, so I think that yeah, this is where this is really going to shine, and it's got a load of bunches. It's got a bunch of equipment in it as well, and it's got, well, hang on, this is we can open this, right, because this has actually got the stuff in it. So you've got a whole bunch of additional event cards there. Wow, that's a big stack of event cards. Don't eat that bit. That is why doesn't it say how many? Oh, it does. 18 event cards in there. Well, that's loads. And so that's going to activate things to do with sewers and stuff like that. That's really good. There's loads of these big side quest cards here, which is really, really cool. And then you've got this lovely book here, which is really talking you through all the different new terrain pieces and, you know, how much it costs to damage them and what their effect is in the game. This is really cool. And yeah, it's covering the sewers and all sorts of stuff. So this really will help you, you know, get this into your games. And here we've got some map setups, big double map setup there, and it's showing you some examples of, it's adding a few multi-level areas into your games, which is really, really good. Some more examples of how to do, oh, hang on, swivel chair, I forgot we got these. Okay, so we've got this here, which is really, really cool. Ooh, that's the part of the Great Hall of in there as well. That's great. That might not be picked up. What's that again? Karstadt. Karstadt.
Yeah, kind of Germanic.
It's Germanic. Okay, there you go. So, yeah, and there's loads and loads of things in here. I can see all the mine tracks over here. Oh, great big one for the sewers as well. Tom, can you not crawl across the floor like a spider while I'm trying to shoot? And then this is the reverse side of the sewer, which has got all the, there we go, all the bits and pieces on it. So that's really cool. And in addition to that, in the bottom, we've got a whole bunch of extra tokens that you can use here as well, including some additional equipment, which I believe is not in any of the other stuff, the other expansions, or possibly it's extra, I don't know. They look really cool anyway. Oh, I've not seen those boots before. So we've got a whole bunch of extra equipment and tokens and things to help support that, including additional spawn points and so on and so forth. This is a great little, don't need that, little pack as well. I've also got this here. I'm just going to mention that we got there. These out February. You said everything's February, right? So this will be February as well, except for this, which you said was March. This is March, and this is February. Reference cards are just something that I just love to use, basically, because I love having everything on a card and not flicking through, as it were. So we've got a whole pack of those here. There's 25 reference cards, 2 dice reference cards, and 1 NPC activation reference card as well. I'd say a bit of a must-have. I don't know how much that is, but it's going to be a must-have, as it were. Okay, so they're the new products that are coming. The last thing to speak about then would be something that I've been working on for a long time, probably 18 months at least, something called Project Penguin. So I'm not really gonna, as promised at the beginning of the video, I'm not really gonna tell you much about what Project Penguin is, but what I do want to say is that I have this box in the office here called Project Penguin that no one's allowed to go in except for me, and this is what I've been basically working on. And all I can say at the moment is that if you are a core space player, then Project Penguin is everything core space. I'm super excited about it. I really don't want to say anything more about it, but it's everything to do with core space. So it's something that I'm just finishing up some of the buildings and things that I showed you earlier on, and then I'll be flat. I've already done a lot of work on Project Penguin, then I'll be flat out on Project Penguin. I can't tell you roughly when that's going to be, when it's going to arrive, but it's going to be the best news to core space players that you've ever heard as far as core space is concerned. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to be really excited to just be cracking on with that. It is my passion project, and so yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that out into everybody's playable hands as soon as possible. Was I allowed to speak about that, Tom? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, if it's core space, then don't worry. Core space is in very good hands, and I'm very excited to be getting on, probably at the expense of other projects, but getting on with Project Penguin. Awesome. So I think I've covered everything for a nice little update. Hopefully there's some information in there. You've seen some really cool products that you're like, okay, and you've got a rough idea when they're coming, based on what I've been saying. And I don't think I've got anything else to say on that update. Can I go back to my desk now and get on with Project Penguin? Yay. Thank you. Excellent. Thanks, everybody. And I'll try and come back for another update when Tom tells me it's time. Cheers.